Welcome to another episode of Tap Out with Coachpeanut.
This is great. This is awesome.
Where we cover everything going on in the ring and backstage. From body slams, hair pulls, and ankle locks. Let's head down to ringside and check in with Coachpeanut and the Nutty Bunch. Live from Lady Lake, Florida, here's your host, Coachpeanut.
How'd that sound? Live from Lady Lake, Florida.
That looked good. That looked good.
Yeah, this is gonna be weird getting used to the camera being over here. Though I might have to change it back.
Yeah, change it back because you're gonna be like, yeah.
It looks weird to me.
Hey, what's the tap out logo, bro? Is that your tap out logo?
Yeah, tap out with Coachpeanut. Why?
Right, that's beautiful.
Yeah, see, check that out.
Has it always been there?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
What am I looking at? What?
Yeah, right up in the corner of the screen it says "Tap Out with Coachpeanut." See, like if we were doing the baseball show, I just gotta click on this here,
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I've never noticed that before.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we haven't been on this show for over 3 months now. It's been 3.5 months almost, close, whatever it is. But
100 days.
It's crazy that it seems like just yesterday I was still in Ohio, and going through all the crap that I had to go through just to get here. So I'm going to catch you guys all up on the move that we just went through and how stressful it was. And then I got some things I want to talk to you guys about and catch up on your guys' life. And then we'll cover some wrestling. I know the show's about wrestling, but it's been 3 months and I want to catch you. The reason we just didn't want to not do the show. So it's like I was too stressed because okay, let's go back to the 3 months. Every time I was coming home, we were trying to sell the home. The realtor would just call out of the blue and say, hey, someone's coming over tonight to look at the house. Well, obviously I can't do the show if people's at the house. We have to leave the house. We have to get the dogs ready. I mean, it was so stressful because, you have to hurry up and clean the house. Like I'm literally throwing shit in the microwave, like hiding stuff in every closet we could, just like throwing stuff everywhere. And then you got 3 dogs and, one's a Great Dane. So it's a horse. And You've got to basically take all the dogs out. You've got to take all their cages out, take all the food, everything that shows the people that are looking that you have a dog. They want you to have it gone. They don't want people to know that you have dogs. They don't, people might not like dogs and then that would scare someone away. So, I mean, it was so stressful just to get ready for a showing.
I can imagine, dude.
There'd be times where she would call me on my way home and say, hey, we got someone coming over at 6 tonight, which, oh, great. We get a half an hour worth of time to clean. Get all this stuff done, and then they don't show up. Yeah. And it's just like you're so pissed, and it's just like, and so we finally had someone that wanted to buy the house, and we got almost 2 months into this contract, and literally it's supposed to be 30 days, but something kept going wrong. Like they'd have problems with financing, or they'd have problems with whatever, and it kept getting delayed. Well, it's just like, I'm already this far into it. I might as well wait for them instead of trying to find someone new. But then we got 2 days before closing and their loan fell apart. Mm-hmm. The realtor said, hey, these people cannot get the loan now because their loan was based on them getting a promotion at work and a big raise. And it's just like, how do you get 2 months into this signed contract and not have proof of that yet? You know what I mean? It's just like, so that loan fell apart and they said, well, if you don't sell the house within the next month, we can still give them the loan if nothing changes at their work. And I'm just like, I'm not waiting any longer. I've waited long enough. And so we had to put it back on the market. And, then we go through all the showing crap again, like all the stress of that. So that's why I didn't have the show, is because I didn't have any time to prepare. I was too stressed out. And we finally got it sold. And then I had the stress of trying to get down here to Florida, getting all that lined up because I'm trying to tell this job of when I'm going to come down here. And then we've got to get it lined up with a U-Haul, get a rental lined up, get, all these fees. I mean, it was $3,000 just for the freaking U-Haul.
Damn.
And that's not counting the gas. That's not counting, paying Jim, he was going to be on tonight. I paid him to drive it, that way we could drive our own cars.
Is that with like insurance and stuff then?
That's with all the insurance and everything. So yeah, it was $3,000, not counting all the gas that I have never added up, but I know it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, because you got to drop it off full again too, don't you?
It was half full when I picked it up, so I had to at least put it half full. So that was 26 foot long. I've never drove a big truck like that, so that's why I had Jim do it. So Pete, that used to work there, or he still works at Lutz, he came up to my house and literally backed it in my driveway till I was too scared to do it. And he helped me load up a few things, but I spent all day loading the U-Haul by myself. And then we went the next morning, we went to Erica's house and we had to load their entire house. So just to tell you a quick story on that one is we knew this for almost 3 months that we're going to move, right? So, we got everything packed up and ready. I was so organized and ready to go. When we finally did sell it, it took me no time to do it by myself because I ordered on Amazon like the colored packing tape for each room, different colors and labels that says kitchen or bathroom or whatever, so I was ready to go. Now, Erica told us they're all ready to go.
Oh.
And we pull up there with the U-Haul, and I think they had 2 boxes packed in the entire house. And the rest of it was all in piles and
would have left their ass in Ohio, bro.
Oh, I'm telling you, I wasn't very happy. Let's just say that. And so we had to spend all night because we had to leave the next morning. So I'm just like, we had to load it up. So we got it all loaded up. We stayed up until whatever time it was. I don't even 1, 2 o'clock. And we got up at 7 because Jim was leaving and Jim left on the U-Haul. And we drove all the way from Ohio to Tennessee, like on the other side of Tennessee. I don't remember even where we stayed, someplace in Tennessee. Spent the night. We watched the Browns game. It was Thursday night. I think they beat the Steelers that night, if I remember right. I can't remember for sure, but they beat them. And then the next morning we got up and we finished our drive all the way to Florida. And we drove all the way there, unpacked Erica's stuff that night, and then we went to our house the next morning and unpacked. So that drive was not very fun because, like I said, Jim drove the U-Haul, so it was fine. He was way ahead of us. But I drove the car it was my car that had the Great Dane, the Pug, and the Boston Terrier. Erica drove the car that had the newborn 2-year-old, Melissa. And then Joel drove a car that had the 2 full-grown German Shepherds. So let's just say that was a very stressful move. It was, and to have all them stay in the hotel with us, all the dogs, and it was just like, I would never want to do that again, ever. There's no freaking way I would ever want to do that again. And
moving sucks anyway, man. Let alone
from Ohio to Florida and all that crap. And we finally got, my job lined up. We moved before the house even closed because we finally said, I don't want to lose this job. And we just said, screw it. We moved and, we were going to have 2 house payments and, 2 electric payments, 2 water, all that stuff. And luckily it ended up closing 2 Fridays ago. So I didn't have to do all that. So
was it to the original people?
No, someone new bought it. I don't think I even covered that part yet, but someone new bought it. And it was actually one of Sam's friends' parents. They bought it. And so it's kind of cool that they had all these pictures that they're putting up there of Sam already and showing me and everything. So it's kind of, neat that they're the ones that got to buy it.
That's cool.
And they've already finished they've already put new flooring down in the basement. And, it's cool that they gave us a little bit less than what the other people offered, but it was like $5,000, but it's like, I don't care because we're still making money. We got out of there.
And you're out from the loan.
We're out from the loan. Yep. What did suck was at the end of the loan, at the end of the closing, they finally said, here's what you're getting, which I already knew what I was going to get. And I'm like, that don't sound right. And, okay. So yeah, Melissa's in the comments there. She said, no, Melissa drove the car and the baby cried the entire time. Erica wouldn't drive. Erica, every time she went to drive, the baby would cry. So yeah, that's right. Yeah. See, I drove the entire way to Florida by myself. She drove to Florida all by herself. So we were both like,
stress to the max.
Yeah. But so we get to the closing, and they said, "Oh, okay. Well, we have to keep this extra $15,000 to pay off this." Where we did a refinance years ago to lower the payment. Well, somehow it was like a HUD or a government. I forget what they called it. Something to where they just take this money and put it on the back end to lower your payments. I didn't realize that, that. So I had to pay that 15 grand back. So that was less money than what I thought I was going to get.
Oh, that sucks.
So, it did. I mean, we still got like $35,000 or something like that.
That's not bad.
So, yeah. And the one thing that was nice too, I will throw out a shout out to the realtor, Angie Shanks, Real Tech Realty in Waverly. She didn't have to do this, but she knew how stressed I was when that loan fell through and how I had to get here. She gave us almost $7 grand out of her pocket for the moving expenses to get us down here, and then we paid her back at the end.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Now, whether that is legal or not, I don't. She did it on the side and said, "Here, what is it going to take to get you to Florida? Because I know you needed to go there. Here's the money. Just pay me back at the end." So, again, she didn't have to do that.
Yeah, she was confident in your ability to sell.
Yeah, she knew it was already under contract, and it was just a matter of getting to closing. And she sold us house before, so she knew us, and so it was really nice that she did that. But
kudos.
Now it's over. We're here. I'm in a lot smaller house. It's very nice. I mean, the house is completely new, but the bedroom, our bedroom,
do a tour on Twitch.
Yeah, I'll make one. I'll do a tour. I want to show you the bed, because literally our bed takes up the entire bedroom. Like you have to turn sideways on both sides of the bed to get into bed, and then like when you walk in, you're already at the end of the bed.
I've been in the room long.
Yeah, I mean it's so tiny.
Yeah, I have a king size bed, man. That's how mine is.
Yeah,
there's like there's little like plastic 3 shelf.
Yeah, that's what I have beside mine.
Yeah, there's the real rectangular ones and there's the square ones.
The small one, yeah.
Dude, the square one, there's no room between the wall and my side of the bed. That's it, dude. And then
I literally have those on both sides of the bed. That's all we have for the stands.
The foot of the bed is probably like 2.5 foot. But I'd rather have a king size bed, man. I don't go dance in the bedroom. I want to lay down on the bed.
Yeah. So the closets are even worse, because like I have the closet in our bedroom full of my clothes. The Scarlett's bedroom has all of Melissa's clothes, and then the closet in here has all my work clothes. So that's it. Like, but it's nice though. It's like it's small, and it's just me and her here anyway. So it's like
shit to clean up, man.
Yeah, and the nice thing about renting is something goes wrong. Like the other day, the AC went out. They come and fix it. I didn't have to pay a penny.
Yep.
It's like it's pretty cool.
You can't get wrong. Yeah, dude. I mean,
the dogs like it.
What's that?
The dogs like it where you are.
Yeah.
How did the horse take the move?
She was fine. I mean, I'm telling you, those dogs were fine the entire drive. Like,
no, I'm talking about the new house.
The new house, same. I mean,
they don't give a shit as long as there's food and water.
Yeah. The only thing I will say is like it took her a while to get used to the area, because like she's used to doing those zoomies where she'd run around the house in circles, and she did that here. But we have a chain link fence on the side, and she freaking flew straight into it. I don't know what she was thinking, but like she just wasn't paying attention, and bam, she hit that thing freaking hard. And but it's nice. They said there was
smaller than what she is.
Yeah, they said there was a full fenced-in yard, but the two sides aren't fenced in, so they can. We've got to watch them, but they're coming back to fix that.
Gotcha.
The first time I mowed, there was a snake in the yard, a baby snake. So I was used to them little chameleons or lizards, running around everywhere. And I looked down, I saw something move, but I was like, "Wait, that's not one of those. That's a snake."
Do you have like the iguanas running around down there?
Yeah, not the big ones
with the beards and shit.
No, I haven't seen any of those yet. But I over in Orlando when we were over there, I did see them. But over here, it's just the little baby.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know. Like in some parts of Florida, man, the like full on iguanas are like a crazy invasive species, man. Like,
yeah, when we went to Mexico, I'll have to show you pictures. I still got those, and those are the big, like you said, with the big, whatever you want to call them.
Chasing a cat.
Yeah, these were huge, and I got really good pictures of them.
Yeah, I like the ones where all the girls were like in the hotels at parties, man, and like they're out in the pools, dude, and then they like run across the pool. I was like, this shit was wild.
But I mean, the cool thing about here is like we're an hour away. It was about an hour and 15 minutes away. I went to a Tampa Bay Rays game already, and like the Buccaneers are real close.
Hell yeah.
Orlando Magic is about an hour and a half the other way. There's all kinds of sports everywhere. Like it was so weird the other day, last week, I was over at Erica's house, and there's like little league practice going on, little baseball still going on right here. And I'm like, holy crap. It's like, it's so. When I first got here, though, it was, getting used to the temperature change. They said like your blood has to thin when you get down here or whatever. Like I was sweating just walking outside. It was just like you'd step outside and I was drenched. But now it's no big deal. But it's like when you first get here, it's a big change.
I mean, dude, for sure.
But it's so nice. It's beautiful everywhere you get. It's like a vacation every day. Like no matter where we go, and there's so many new things to try to eat, and just like everybody's so nice here too. It's so weird. Like people just come up to you and start talking to you, or like we'll have Scarlett with us, and like it's just so different. Ohio, you don't get that. Like everybody coming up being nice to you, unless they're like wanting change, I mean,
did you move to like an old couple home?
This one here? No. The neighborhood? No.
Yeah.
No. So, but they're everywhere. Like literally our parking lot at work is nothing but golf carts. Like
right.
It's the entire community. Like this, they have roads for golf carts. Mm-hmm. They have their own police department. They have their own fire department, their own hospital. And like, this is no exaggeration. There's 4 different, they call them squares. It's the villages where we live. So like there's 4 different areas. When you go there, it's nothing but a party every freaking night. It's live music. Some nights they give out free beer.
Yeah.
And there's restaurants everywhere. And people, it's just like, it's so weird. Like it's everybody, we went there to a bar and you think of going to a bar back home and it's nothing but people getting in fights or, or whatever. But no, man, we went to this bar. Everybody's come up to you, talking to you. They're just chilling, having a good time. And it's just none of that crap like it was back home. It's just.
But there's right. No meth.
Yeah. None of that. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
It's all good, man.
So Melissa said it's hot here, but a cooler hot, if that makes sense. So, yeah. It's like today, it's perfect out there today. Like I don't know how to describe, but it's just like, it's so nice.
Yeah, dude. Like when we went to the beach, man, like it was hot at the beach, but like, I don't know, man, it was just, I'm dumb when it comes to that shit. It was warm, but it felt nice.
Yeah.
Like
like when we go abroad here, it's like it's a drier heat than, because it's quite humid over here.
Yeah.
When we go like say Spain or stuff like that, it's a dry heat. So I sweat here because of the humidity, but when I go abroad, I barely sweat, and it's like,
right.
Yep.
Well, I've got a condition that makes me do it anyway, so I'm fine.
Yeah, man. Yeah. The whole not breathing very well in the heat sucks. So anywhere you can go where it's not as humid, it's nice.
Yeah, I tell you, the first week we was here was when that hurricane came through.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you guys all saw that on the news.
Yeah,
that was scary, insane, because like the wind, all we got here was like wind and rain, but it was like strong winds, and it was just like they closed work for 2 days, so it was like, crap, is this what it's going to be like all the time? It's like shit. And so we went to Erica's because they said go to Ocala because she's like about half an hour to 45 minutes away, and they said it's going to hit less over there. So we went over there and we're watching CNN and all those channels all day long because it's just crazy of how bad it got in certain areas, like cars floating away and all that.
That's wild.
We went to Daytona Beach a few weeks ago, and it got hit really hard over there. Like the wooden planks that go down into the beach from the restaurants, they're all destroyed, and it's just like it's hard to get down there onto the beach. And but it's crazy that how bad it was, but it didn't do anything here besides wind and rain, so it was fine. But other than that, I mean, it's I can't wait to see all the sports, because I'm definitely not going to go to a Buccaneers game because of Tom Brady being there.
Why not?
So I don't want to see Tom Brady. I don't know.
Dude, he's an ass handed to him this year.
I don't want to be like a bandwagon fan. Like, oh, you like the Buccaneers just because of Tom Brady. I mean, like,
don't go for the Buccaneers.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, well, he's split from his missus. I mean, come on.
It's true. It's true.
Antonio Brown's putting it to her now.
Just be there for a bit of support for the bros.
Yes, that's right. Now, I think it's in 2 weeks. The Browns play at Miami. So I do want to get. That's like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour drive, but it's just like it was going to Cleveland. So.
Yeah, it's more hours to go to Cleveland.
Yeah, so I'm definitely going to go to that. This Thursday, I'm going to go to Orlando. They're playing at home against Golden State, so I thought it'd be cool to go see Golden State play. And
that's cool.
So yeah, there's so many things to do down here, especially like I said, there's villages. Like we've went there so many times.
We have Walmart, so
yeah, Walmart. Yes, we have. And they have these Walmarts down here. They're called like the Walmart Marketplace.
Yeah.
There's nothing but groceries. I went in there and I'm like, where's all the clothes and all that? It's like they don't have those here. Like,
yeah, we went to one of those when we went to the beach. It was awesome.
Yeah, it was weird.
And it's so small too compared to
the
other ones, which obviously.
Yeah. But I mean,
fun fact about Walmart is it owns a shop over here that's called Asda.
Oh, really?
Fun fact.
Is it just like Walmart? I mean, does it look like a
No, it's got all sorts of stuff, but it looks so clean compared to some stores. I'll just say that.
Another fun fact about
Walmart as well.
Another fun fact about Walmart. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's absolutely miserable to work for those motherfuckers.
Oh my god, I couldn't imagine.
6 years, dude. It was brutal.
So that's enough. Chaz, tell us what's been going on in your life for the last 3 months.
Last 3 months. The only thing new is I'm in a band now, dude.
In a band.
That's always fun. Yeah. What drives the week?
What drives the week?
Yes, sir.
Now you were in a band before. Is this the same guys?
No, all different.
All new guys. Okay.
Yeah. I drive all the way to Louisa, Kentucky for practice. So
how far is that?
Like almost 2 hours. Yeah, it's like Eastern Kentucky. I drive to Ashland and pick up the guitar player, and then we got like another like hour drive to Louisa. But
now what do you play in the band?
I'm bass still.
Bass, okay.
Yeah. Staying on that heavy deathcore stuff.
You guys are a country band, right? Country,
yeah.
Country.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Country death metal.
Yeah, that's a new.
That's the one.
Yeah.
We got, I think it's Legends Bar and Grill in Cincinnati. The 10th, we got our last show of the year. Should be great.
Now, so do you guys have a Facebook page everybody can co-follow you at? Or
it's one word. What drives the week?
What drives the week?
Yeah, it should be just facebook.com/what drives the week or what drives the week official.
Already following it.
I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, me too. I just want to get it out there.
Yeah. I appreciate the shameless plug, dude.
Yes.
No.
Is there an Instagram too, or just Facebook?
Yeah, we got Facebook, Instagram.
Okay.
We don't have a Twitter yet. Getting ready to get that started. We have a TikTok.
TikTok. Yeah.
Everyone's got a TikTok these days.
Yeah.
We're about to start busting ass on that, man. Apparently, my guys went to some type of resort thing about how to network and whatnot, and it's like content.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they say stuff like on TikTok you have to do no less than 5 videos a day. Just to get the revenue coming in.
Yeah.
Right.
This is what I've heard off KSI and Mini Minter from the Sidemen.
That's probably right. I don't have the time and resource for that. I mean,
that's a lot.
We're trying to do one like 5 times a week, man. Just like
at least once a day to keep it out there.
Yeah, we're trying to do that.
But they just say that's to get all the revenue in and everything like that. Because
we just want to
be minutes and stuff into it.
Right. We just want to be putting like the good algorithms and stuff, man, where people can find us. But we're talking about doing that 5 days a week and then like posting anything on social media. Like there's like all these backdoor tips and tricks and stuff, man.
Start up like a YouTube page of practices and stuff like that, and that algorithm and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah, but right now we've been doing TikToks. I've been just like cutting like 30-second clips because we got a couple lyric videos out. 30-second clips of that, man. Just kind of get it moving and tagging like a bunch of big like brand names and stuff of like instruments we use and stuff. And I mean, it flies to like 500 views and stuff, and then it just like dies off at like 600.
See, I agree. I am a professional karaoke singer. The more I drink, the better I sound, the way I see it.
Right.
So I'm going to have to make a guest appearance one time.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
I'll be the whitest guy on the band, I tell you.
Tapping his foot, on banjo.
Yeah. I got the banjo just like on the Fortnite.
Rocking chair, just eat corn and just coach.
Yeah. There it is, man.
So what else is new in there? You got anything else going on besides your band?
That's it, dude.
Yep. Come home, watch some wrestling, and
I haven't even watched wrestling for a while.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. This move is. Ugh.
You've been gone, man. It just made me so
I know.
depressed. Like when I see wrestling, I'm like, I miss it.
I know. I got that effect. I understand. But now we're back. We're back every Monday. We're going to go.
It took you coming home, man, to just bring it back. You know?
Yep. Which the sad thing is
we have been connecting in our chat, so it's not like
yeah.
Oh yeah, man! I've been sending the memes, dude.
We still talk and everything, and heck, I'm pricing out a kitchen for Rex today. I talked to him, and I did sell one to Ohio. It's being shipped out this week to a lady down in Ashland that I always dealt with, so she's stayed with me.
Oh well, she's from Kentucky, bud. Not Ohio.
Well, whatever. Ohio, Kentucky. It was right there on the border.
You've already forgotten.
No. It's going to Ironton, Ohio. The kitchen is going to Ironton, Ohio.
You got me there, man.
From Ashland, so yes.
You got me there.
Yes. So yeah, she's loyal, and I wanted to throw in one thing real quick here. Now imagine how stressful this one is. We've been here a month, maybe 5-6 weeks, whatever, and Erica and Joel feel like they're getting homesick already. This was like 2 or 3 weeks into it. So, and I'm trying to stress to them, you can't want to go back already.
No.
For one, I'd want to slice the tires because I'm not doing that move again.
Right.
They can do it themselves.
Well, I mean, we do have a year lease anyway, so they can't unless they be dumb enough to want to.
And that's one of the reasons you moved, right? For the grandbabies.
And that's the only reason we did.
Yeah.
That's what we keep stressing to them. It's like we moved here just for you to not miss her. And then she's like, well, she misses her, cousins and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, she's 2,
Right. She don't miss shit, bro.
No.
But,
yeah. So it's, they'll hopefully be fine once they finally start making some friends and all that, and
6 months, man.
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Then wait for spring to hit, man.
Yeah.
Summer to hit. They're so young, man. You all can watch babies while they go to spring break and stuff.
Yeah.
They actually get to enjoy it down there.
Yeah. So, Tubster, how about you? Anything new in your life in the last 3 months? We haven't talked for a while on here.
Well, I'm going to bring it down now.
Okay.
So, I've been in hospital a few times.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's been quite bad, obviously. Before I had a bleed on the brain or fluid on the brain, I was constantly in pain and stuff like that. But I'm on the mend now. I've got medication that's helping me, but I'm just trying to find the passion to start streaming again and everything like that. It's
not easy. It's once you've been going for this long, it's not easy.
Thank you, Bookie.
Yes,
she's not lying.
He's a sexy piece of meat.
Absolutely.
It's hard to get that. I've only maybe 2-3 times since I've been here streamed, and it's just hard to get right back into it, like where I was on a set schedule.
It's also one of them things where like there's games coming out that I want to play, but I want to play them before I stream them, and enjoy the game instead of just thinking, right, well, I need to stream this.
Yeah,
I need to stream this. I need to stream this. It's just, and obviously, I still get headaches and everything and stuff, and so. Yeah, it's just one of them where I just want to just get back to full health before I do anything that's. I mean, I tried a mini stream on my phone of Raid. It was going well for 5 minutes, and then the screen just went black, and I was like, "Well, I need to delete that. I can't keep that on my channel." Like you couldn't hear, you couldn't see anything. It was just like black for like 25 minutes. I'm like, delete.
But you are feeling better now?
Yeah, I'm feeling better. I mean, I'm back at work and stuff like that. Good. So
did they figure out what was causing all that, or
they just said it was migraines and high blood pressure because my blood pressure was 188 over 120, so it was quite high.
That's where mine was like 190 something over something like that too. And
when they released me from hospital with tablets and stuff, I was still 153 over 107. So
do they want you like exercising and whatnot now, or
no, it's just basically I need to take these tablets basically until they say stop. And these tablets first made me feel ill,
Right.
I asked them if they could change them, but obviously they just said you need to let them get in your system and stuff like that. So, and now I'm basically just waiting for GP to say, yeah, you can stop or keep taking them. Well, I do still get headaches. It's just how it is. But apparently, the migraine, I get basically severe migraines, but they can last for days afterwards. But that's what the headaches are. So, but I had a headache for like every day for 3 months.
Yeah, it's brutal.
So this one day I just couldn't get rid of it, and it made me sick. And then they were like blood in my vomit and stuff like that. So I got scared.
Mm-hmm.
They took me to hospital, and I was in there for a good 20 hours, 24 hours.
Mm.
So, and basically just doing like EKGs, X-rays, CT scan, the works. But yeah, I'm getting on. I'm on mend, but I just want to get 100% before I do anything.
That's good, man.
I mean, talking like this is fine. It's just obviously,
It's different to do this than it is to stream. Now, I will say when I've got to have all the results and all that stuff, it does take some work. And streaming, you just jump on here and play some games. But it's a lot of action. You're playing the game. You're trying to keep up with the chat. You're doing the challenges and all of that. It takes a lot out of you. And people don't think that, but it really does. And, this right here, we're just sitting around just chatting. It's pretty cool.
Hey, you can tell he's from, not the United States. Because he's like, I'm just looking forward to quit taking these, these pills. That way I feel better.
Yeah.
If it's us, we'd be like, man, I don't know how the fuck we're going to pay this. I just need to die.
I know.
That great U.S. healthcare, boys.
Yeah.
Well, they're trying to privatize the NHS over here. So, I mean, soon.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a bunch of bullshit, dude. Like, I think everyone should have. We ain't going to get in this. Never mind.
That's a whole nother subject. But there is something coming up I do want to do soon. Because I've put this one off. This was something I was just getting ready to do, and then the move happened. I've got it all ready. It's all on file. I'm just got to get time to do this. And I think I know both of you like Stranger Things. So this is going to be fun. So I got a video made for the Stranger Things trivia show. So I want you to check this one out.
Oh, shit.
You ready for the most metal concert in the history of the world?
Oh, I love Eddie.
That video right to Eddie is awesome. I'm going to play that again one more time for you because I just love watching it for the heck of it. But I'm doing that soon. And now that I'm ready, I'm settled in. I want you guys. It's Jeopardy style. So you'll pick the category. You pick how much you want to bet. We're going to come up with some prizes. Does Tubster like having a woman running his country?
It's not a woman anymore. She resigned.
What's up, Sarah? Sarah's another one that's going to be on there. She's going to have her Hellfire Club shirt on. I can't wait. I've got to do it
on Facebook, and I'm like, so well.
Yeah. I got to do it soon.
Bro, they're selling those at Walmart now, dude.
Yeah, are they?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
So I'm going to get with everybody. I want at least 4 or 5 people. So if you guys are wanting to be in, if you do, I know you like it. So it's just for fun.
I'm pretty terrible at it, but I'll jump in.
And Melissa wants to play.
It depends on the time.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to try to do. And my thinking cap. I'm going to try to do it on the weekend, and I'll do it early enough to where you can be in it, Tubster, because I know you want to be in it. So
this guy's going to act like he's on a different time schedule.
Yeah, 5 hours difference.
All 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 25 to 11 here.
Yeah.
Well, it's 25 till 7 here, bro.
Well, that's your problem.
Yeah. So we got to keep that in mind. I know we got to do that. So So, all right. So we've got caught up a little bit. There's other things that's been going on, but we'll leave it there. So the last 3 months in wrestling, that's a lot to cover. So we're definitely not going to be able to cover it all.
Just cover the main thing.
So let's cover
let's do AEW first. Yeah.
Let's do AEW first.
CM Punk is jobless.
CM Punk is
not yet.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I really hope that he's not.
The bigger the lawsuit that CM Punk's going to give him.
I don't want to see him go because I just think he's too big for that company. I mean, I don't want to see him go. I mean, what do you guys think? Do you want
all
to see
the reports I'm seeing is talking about how they're trying to buy his contract out and put him in the back. But I think that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, but all like Young Bucks and Omega, apparently they're going into production. They're not going to put them on TV.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like.
Have any of you heard what even actually happened?
Yeah,
on the event, because I haven't. I don't know for sure what really.
There's so many different stories, though.
Right. So, what did you hear?
What happened was CM Punk had a run on this media scrum after All Out, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he literally just blasted at Paige, literally all these, like, all producers. He would just said producers. The one person he mentioned was Adam Page. So literally, he went back. The Bucks and Omega went into his, obviously, dressing room. There was someone else there. I can't remember his name because he's been fired now.
Oh, you're talking about his little buddy,
the trainer guy or whatever. Steel, was his name Kevin?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then obviously CM Punk then threw a chair at the Bucks, and then a scrap happened, and then Steel bit Omega, I think it was. That's why he's been fired. They suspended all three of them. Took all four of them. Sorry, took the trios.
Punk just won the championship, right? I mean,
they took the trios title off of Bucks and Omega. They took the title off of Punk, and literally just suspended him. Right. And then AEW has literally just gone on like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But all these other wrestlers are coming out saying that he's toxic backstage, and it all went about Adam Page running the mouth about Colt Cabana.
Well, what I was reading it was about him saying he didn't want knowledge from the vets.
Well, it was apparently the shoot promo that Adam Page did with CM Punk, before they had the match, was referencing Colt Cabana, and then he went on a rant about how he paid all these bills. He did all this, and then Colt Cabana stabbed him in the back, and did this, and this, and he shares about. Colt Cabana shares his bank account with his mom and something or other like that. So he stopped suing him, and it was all a load of tripe.
So
it was CM Punk.
None of them has been on TV
when
since
he wasn't
then,
happy.
Right?
No, when he's not happy, CM Punk just thinks everything's about him.
Well, he was disrespected too.
You had Punk, you had the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. Was that the only wrestler?
A Steel. Yeah, that's the only wrestlers that was in. I think people tried to break it up, but obviously
if you're thinking, if you think Punk may be fired or what are they going to do with the Young Bucks? Look how
they're going back into production, because they're vice presidents, aren't they? Yeah, unless they're gonna take that job title off them.
Yeah, Punk will be.
They're EVPs.
Yeah, Punk will be gone before Omega and them get back on TV.
And then everyone's saying, "Oh, then maybe Triple H will sign him." Like Triple H won't sign him.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that Punk goes back to WWE.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's happening. I don't know how long it's going to be for, but with the way
maybe with Vince gone, it might be.
Yeah. See, I just think that's why they're not going to fire him. They don't want to see that big name leave their company and go to them.
Right. Well, but
he's done too much stuff. He's done too much stuff to just put it under the bridge.
Yeah, there's a big thing saying that they're trying to buy his contract out, and then he's going to have this crazy non-compete thing, which is mainly going to be he can't go back to the WWE. But I read a thing that said they busted through the door. And no, Jake Paul is great. What the hell?
Yeah. I don't like him as I think he's a douche.
Yeah, dude, but he is surprised the hell out of me, dude.
I will say that. What was it, WrestleMania that he was in, the first one?
Dude, yeah, but he did SummerSlam as well.
Well, okay, was it WrestleMania or SummerSlam? The first one, I'm just like, I didn't think he's going to do that.
He did a tag match, and then SummerSlam, he did the singles match, dude. Yeah. And my faith was changed in the singles match because I was like, okay, the Miz and the Mysterio.
The Miz and the
Mysterio were carrying him.
Yeah.
And he went over.
He was doing flips and all this stuff.
Yeah, if you watch the match.
Yeah.
He's Logan Paul's a different story.
Right.
Rigged.
You know, that
fight. Yeah. Logan Paul's the wrestler.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's the wrestler. Jake Paul's the boxer.
Yeah.
His brother.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Jake Paul.
Okay. They're both douches.
Okay, so Jake Paul.
I don't know that impulsive show when he has wrestlers on is quite good.
Yeah.
So Jake Paul is the boxer that just beat Silva.
Well, he was thrown Silva.
Yes, I agree because I've seen highlights of that. And
bro, you see where Anderson Silva put him in the corner and then had a giant power shot and didn't do anything and then pushed him into the other one. Yeah, I don't believe that shit, dude. I didn't believe he beat Tyron Woodley. You know, I thought that was being thrown, and then after that. But anywho, back to the Omega thing.
Yeah.
Apparently, they're saying that they kicked the door in. I heard that, and then I heard that they knocked on the door, and Punk told him to go away, and they basically barged in, and then his dog got hurt, like whether the door hit him.
But the dog wasn't there.
They said the dog was there because that still dude handed it to his wife.
Yeah, but the first one I had, the dog wasn't there.
Whose dog?
Punk's.
Okay, CM Punk's dog.
What the fuck's his name? I can't think what it is.
Trevor or something like Terry or something like that. I don't know.
What the hell is that dog's name? Charlie?
I don't know.
I can't think. When he first came out, he had the hoodie of him. But anywho, his dog got hurt, and then he retaliated, and then the chair got thrown, and it hit. Is Nick Jackson the light-haired one? Yeah, Matt Jackson's the black.
Yeah, Matt Jackson's the black-haired one. Yeah.
With the dangly earrings. Yeah. Nick Jackson got hit with the chair, and it knocked his ass completely out.
By a chair?
I guess.
He threw it.
It was flung, so it probably small.
Okay, like the side of it.
It probably wasn't flat on. It was
knocked his shit. I think it fucked up his jaw or something. I can't remember what all it said. And then punches were thrown, and then the still dude bit homeboy, and then it got broke up.
Why couldn't they have done this in the ring?
Right.
You know, I mean,
well, Punk like I said, Punk felt disrespected with the Hangman, which saying he didn't need any advice from the vets and blah blah blah. And then he cut his little shoot promo, and then he did it back, and then, but when it's you and some old man, and you get bombarded by three dudes, even if the dude didn't get hit, I mean the dog didn't get hit or whatever, you know, you still got to feel like you got to defend yourself. And
especially if they did hurt the dog. I mean, that's your dog, and you know, I mean,
exactly. And you got to remember, dude, especially with the way Punk is about his dog, dude, that's his kid.
Yeah.
You know? But take away the dog. But how many back in the day, dude, how many issues were resolved in the back room?
Exactly.
Without it getting out.
I didn't get to say that earlier. It's like we just don't hear about all that shit.
Whatnot. Who gives a fuck that they fought?
Yeah.
You know, it was contained in the locker room, and that was it. You know, don't write checks that your ass can't cash. There's three of you that went in there and confronted that washed up old man, and that washed up old man whipped your ass.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. And that's all it comes down to, dude.
Yeah. I just don't see. I don't think you need to fire him. Suspended. They've been suspended now for what? Over 2 months?
Yeah, but I think it was mainly over what he said as well.
Right. But it's like
because he basically went off the topic of what he was supposed to be talking about just to go on this run.
Yeah.
In the media scrum.
Right. But Tony was living for it, man.
Yeah, he didn't say stop. He didn't do anything.
Right.
But when there was a ruckus, he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna suspend you all."
Yeah, when the boss looks at you and says, "Cut that shit out," you would cut that shit out. You know? But like I said, man, I still think there's a chance he goes to WWE. WWE's been doing some pretty solid shit right now.
So we'll get to WWE. So in the last 3 months, we've had this big, huge CM Punk fallout. Then we get Moxley as the champ now, and he was the champ
for the 37th time.
Yeah, so now Moxley's a champ again, and I believe he's going to be fighting MJF here soon.
Yeah, he got that. So, what did he win, that brass ring or whatever?
Yeah,
chip. Someone won it and gave it him. Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys seen the last 2 promos that MJF has cut.
You mean with William Regal?
With the first one with William Regal was absolute gold.
Yes.
This past week he did another good one
on you.
And now he's pretty much switched to babyface now. I mean, I don't know if you've noticed.
No,
I'm telling you,
dude.
He's got the crowd behind him,
bro. I get that, but it's not WWE, dude. WWE has the formula where bad guys only fight good guys,
right?
Those bad guys turned on bad guy MJF. They're going to push Moxley into that match as the what's that called? What was Austin called? The anti-hero or whatever.
Anti-establishment, yeah.
Yeah, they're going to keep Moxley that. And then MJF's going to be the heel. And he's going to get hella heat. He still comes out and insults every city. And then they boo him. And then in 2 minutes, he has the crowd in his hand.
Oh, yeah. This past 2 that he's done, he's more
I think the time off gave him, enough time to, mold everyone. And
now, when he came back,
perform his craft.
Promo,
where he cut 10-minute face promo.
Yes, yeah. And then it was just Oh, that was good because you thought, oh man, he's going to be face now, and all of a sudden, nope.
Which I never understood why they had him in that group anyway, or however it was
the firm or whatever.
Yeah, whatever it is.
But
is that a new group, like the firm, or is
they've kind of been a back burner group forever, dude?
Yeah, I've been watching it and I've not really seen them, and then
I haven't heard a thing about him until this.
They need to just bring Enzo back and let William Morrissey be with him.
God, please bring him back.
Yeah, doubt it's happening, but that's just more backstage toxic that they probably don't want.
There's been so much other stuff, and I'm not prepared like everything that's happened in the last 3 months. But there's been Orange Cassidy's. He won what is the All Atlantic belt. You've had new trios champ now.
Well, the Acclaim won the tag titles.
The Acclaimed. They had this
daddy ass.
Dude, I was so they can't do it no. They can't do it no more, can they?
No.
I was so.
I don't want to get a cease and desist.
I thought they got it back now, or is it? They won the match. It was where they could have it back. I thought. I don't know, but either way,
I was so bummed when I thought it was over because that was so good, and then he turned on the Suns. Well,
I think they were watching the show that night and realized that Chaz didn't like it and said, "Okay,
right,
all right."
That's what it was. They're like, "Brad, Chaz, man, he was on that podcast. Yeah. He said we can't do this. We don't even have a T-shirt yet." And he's been so good with him. What was that meme I sent you? Only Billy Gunn will be getting kids suspended for 3 decades, man.
Yes. Yeah, and he had to miss the DX reunion there a couple weeks ago.
Did you read the thing?
I've got something to say on that if you want.
Okay.
WWE.
Well, do you have anything else about AEW? Let's just we'll switch.
Not
to
really.
WWE.
I mean, it's not really.
Well, the DX thing was. Did you see where Tony Khan? What all?
He was going to let him do it if they mentioned he's from AEW.
Yeah, he had to mention AEW.
I'm like, he had to do the AEW thing across the screen as well, like that Billy Gunn's from AEW, right?
And even AEW doesn't do that when like people like Mickey James, they'll say it on the announcer like she's from whatever, but
which I thought that was bullshit anyway, man. Like WWE did mention that Mickey James when she showed up at the Rumble was the knockout women's champion or whatever.
That was a deal with something with Impact.
Yeah, they didn't drop TNA or Impact, but
I thought they did. Okay,
I don't understand it. Like from the interview I read, Road Dogg and Billy Gunn talked about it that as of that morning they were good, and then they found out that it wasn't happening, and they both were
apparently WWE sort of like left it too late to the last minute.
Yeah, and that's
what Tony Khan has said anyway.
And I think Tony Khan if he had all those restrictions in place, I think it's his fault that it didn't happen.
Yeah,
and that's unfair to the fans, man.
He's getting a lot of heat for it though. So I think
something that big, DX, you've got to have all of them there. Right. I mean, you knew X-Pac wasn't busy, so he'll be there.
Right. Let him make a pun on a burn on him on AEW.
Yeah.
There's how your AEW is mentioned.
Yeah.
And then
what Corey Graves saying he's doing something with hardware.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they did take a few jabs from what I read.
The other guys doing something with that's it, yeah.
Yeah. At least they mentioned it somewhere,
Oh, they did? I didn't see that part.
Yeah, he said something about the other guy's busy doing stuff with office supplies.
See, when I first watched it, I didn't catch it.
Yeah.
And then I saw all this thing going off, and I was like, "Oh, let me watch it again." And you literally just hear it right in the background. It's like, okay.
I didn't catch that. So, I mean, it does suck that they couldn't do it, but again, it's you can't expect it to happen because they don't want to promote AEW, and
I mean,
so
I get it, I guess.
So I'm pretty sure since the last show, Vince was still with WWE when we did the last show. I'm pretty sure.
I think he just left.
Because we haven't had a show to talk about any WWE since.
Yeah, I don't think he stepped down. I think it was like he was going to step down because all the lawsuits were coming out.
So have WWE watched much? I know, Tubbs, you've mentioned you've been watching a lot more WWE.
Yeah, I've been.
So I mean, what do you guys think? Is it better? Is it worse?
It's upscaled a lot. I mean, you probably past say 4 or 5 years, it's been about 20%. Yeah, apart from pay-per-views, 20%. You all agree?
Oh yeah, how good it is?
Yeah. So now it's probably 80%, and they've just got that last 20% to get it back to, the glory days of the.
They let him say wrestling last week.
Oh, it's not a bad word no more.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
They've been saying it for about a month and a half.
And they're saying titles now too, aren't they?
So Roman Reigns is actually still the champ, right? I mean, and he fights. Is it Jake or Logan?
Logan
Paul.
Yeah. So do you guys even think he has a chance? I mean, is this just a filler match? I mean, it's just.
I think
and this is even one of those ones like Saudi Arabia or something, isn't it?
Yeah, blood money match.
Okay, so
it's gonna be a surprise, but you're not gonna win it because it's training with Shawn Michaels. So
it's a ratings match, dude.
Yeah, I think he'll put up a fight, but I don't see any possible way this is going to be the one to stop him. But
I mean, last week he laid out Jey Uso. So,
so speaking of the Usos, Tubbs, you mentioned there's a funny thing that happened.
Right? Yes, it's called the promo of the UC. Basically, Solo Sikoa and Sami Zayn had a tag match against the Brawling Brutes. Jay got involved and ended up costing them the match.
Mm-hmm.
And they start arguing in the ring, and the tribal chief comes down.
Uh-oh.
All, mad and everything. And he's like, you two, if you want to act like kids, we're going to treat you like kids. Literally like a father saying, you've done this, now I'm going to bring you up on it. And then, so Sami Zayn starts to, he apologizes, puts his hand out to Jay to shake. And then Jay just goes off on one, like Jay does, like, you're not even blood, right? And Sami Zayn says, but the tribal chief wants us to make up. And Jay goes, I don't care what the tribal chief says. Literally, all the crowd just went, ooh. And because he was looking down.
Right. They started you fucked up chant.
He quickly looked up and started turning. Yeah, the crowd's like, you fucked up. You fucked up. And then Sami Zayn jumps in for Jay and says, he's not been himself. He's had a few problems. He's not being very. And then there was a pause. I'm like, what's he gonna say? And he went, Usi. Literally, everyone just breaks. Like Roman tried to contain it. He's like, and then he just lets it go full flow, and he goes, like Sami Zayn's got this cheesiest grin I've ever seen anyone have. Like, and with his beard and everything as well, it just made it even better. So he's like, and then Roman's like, so that's what it is. You're not feeling very oozy, and then obviously everyone's like going oozy, and then
I thought they chanted he's not oozy.
Possibly. I mean, when I first watched it without the reaction, I was dying with laughter. I was like, and And then obviously he goes, "Here's what we're gonna do." Like Jay tried to turn away to hide his face, and I was like, "No. You can face the camera. This is what." And then he's like, "This is what we're gonna do." And he goes, "You see this honorary here? We're gonna take that away." And everyone's thinking, "What?" And he's like, "And we're gonna make, if you don't find your inner Uzi, we're gonna make him a full blown Uzi." They went, "No." They were like, "No. We're gonna do even better. You're not gonna like this. We're going to change his name." And he's like, "Do you know what name we're going to change it? He's going to be Sammy Uso." And then the crowd just chants, "Sammy Uso, Sam." And it's like, and Sammy's looking like the cat who got the cream. And yeah. It was just.
I'm going to find a clip and figure out we'll put it on here next week so we can all watch it.
Literally, no one who's watched that clip has not laughed.
Dude,
like all the reactors and
you need to just YouTube Sami Zayn breaking like Uso character. Dude, he's doing
I've got to find one that I can play on here. Some of them are a little tricky.
Week after week after week, dude, he's breaking the characters.
So on the rating of like 1 to 100, it's French kiss. It's just mwah.
So what else has been going on in WWE? Anything
Bray Wyatt's back, bro.
No. Bray Wyatt's back, yes. Yeah. How's that been? What's he doing now that he's back? Is he back to the Playhouse guy? Or
he's Bray Wyatt. Mm-hmm. He's not the Eater of Worlds.
Okay.
He's not the Fiend. He's not this. He's Bray.
He came out
and it's all heartfelt, and then some weird dude in a mask pops up.
Yeah. That's what's that, Uncle Husky or whatever?
Uncle Howdy or something like that.
Yeah, Uncle Howdy, yeah.
As soon as he pops up, I'm like, that's obviously him who's cut something in the back.
Well, there's video going around that it's Bo because of the earring. Do you see that?
Oh, I've not seen that.
Yeah, it shows like Bo Dallas's last promo. He had like a cross dangly earring, and then in the promo of whatever the Uncle Howdy or whatever, he's got the dangly cross earring. But that doesn't mean that Bray can't put it in. But you know.
But they need like Bo was just started to get his feet, and then Vince let him go.
Yeah, I don't understand that, man. He really came out of his character. I mean, out of his shell and broke into a character when he was like part of that Social Rejects group or whatever. Yeah,
and then obviously there was that the B team with Curtis Axel.
Yeah, and that was that after. Before
that was after the Rejects,
yeah. Okay, so that
he was in the Mr. Raj, wasn't he, for a while?
Yeah, because that's what it was. Because that's when he started wearing the jewelry and grew the beard out a little bit, and then
if it is Bo, I'll be happy.
But he was kind of,
as long as it's not the Bo Lee Bo.
Yeah, that he was over in NXT. He was like, was he the first NXT champ? Or
no,
he was just Seth Rollins was. He was
Seth Rollins was the first.
He was just a NXT champ, and then they gave him that Bo Leave angle, and that was just dog shit, and he just did his best.
And then he started doing all them vignettes on Raw. Yep. It was like Bo for president or whatever. All you have to do is Bo Leave.
And he got out. He ran the ring, dude, and he was like jiggly, and then at the end there, man, he was actually in shape and
beefed up a bit. It was a bit like Cody when he first came into. Yeah,
looked like $1 million, and then they just cut him. And then last I known, he was doing. Who's he married to? He's married to a wrestler.
I don't know who it is.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They were doing like selling houses and shit, and they were doing like cooking shows. And then I hope they do something with him though.
So any other big things going on in WWE right now?
Braun Strowman's back.
Braun Strowman's back. I do. Yep. Braun Strowman, Bray Wyatt.
Johnny Wrestling's back. Johnny Gargano is back.
They've been bringing a lot of there's females coming back too ever since Triple H took over too.
Zelina's back.
But we've also lost Sasha.
Dexter Loomis. Dexter
Loomis is gold right now. He keeps kidnapping the Miz, bro.
That is funny. That angle.
It's so good, dude.
So what's going on with Sasha and what's the other girl that
Naomi?
They've not said anything. Nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. They walked out, man.
They walked out. They got that. bashing on air, and then that's last you've ever heard. They did a few signings under the WWE banner, so people are, oh well, they must be still with them.
Yeah,
but they did that signing and then they went away again. No one's.
Yeah, they were doing like crazy, but then they want like $50,000 for to come to an event.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, crazy.
Emma's back, bro. Like, no one cares.
Well, she came back for a match against Ronda.
Right.
Liv Morgan has been absolute gold recently.
Yeah. I still can't believe they took the belt off.
Why they took the title off, I don't know.
I don't know.
Just for Ronda to bash every fan and still get no reaction.
Dude, Ronda Rousey is literally the worst professional wrestler I've ever seen before in my life. Dude, her promo last week where she would say something and then put the mic down and then start talking. And then pick it back up and say other shit. I'm just like, she's so bad. And like, she's no charisma whatsoever. Like,
also, SmackDown for next week has been taped.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and someone's leaked the finishes to the match.
Did Mick Foley win the belt?
Matches. What?
Mick Foley won the belt. Everybody.
We're not WCW. Yeah.
Nobody would ever turn over to watch Mick Foley win the belt.
Yeah.
No, because Rey Mysterio's got a IC match against Gunther Walter.
I honestly think the biggest thing that's happened in wrestling is Seth Rollins is back to the blonde, but
yeah, that's just come back.
Yeah.
But he did it for his wedding, though, didn't he? Sheamus's wedding.
I don't know. I know he was at the show last night, and he had the blonde.
There, yeah.
It ain't the blonde on the side like it used to be. It's like pretty highlight.
Also, Dominic Mysterio was in Judgment Day. I think that's pretty big because Gallows and Anderson are back.
Oh yeah,
they formed the OC. The original.
Dominic turned on his dad. We haven't been on since that happened too.
Well, not his dad, Rey Mysterio.
Or so I mean,
his dad's Eddie Guerrero.
No. He's this generation's Eddie Guerrero. No. Eddie Guerrero was his generation's Dominic Mysterio.
Well,
don't everyone forget. Forget
last I checked, Eddie Guerrero didn't eat a bag of dicks. Like, Dominic is so bad, dude. Like, I don't understand how your dad is the best luchador to ever be in the business, and you grew up with Mexican wrestling, and you can't even run ropes, dude, without looking sluggish as hell. Like Braun Strowman runs the ropes faster than him, dude. Like,
I've never seen anyone hit the ropes, and the ropes barely bend.
Right. Like,
I watched that Gowan who had one leg.
Yeah. I
did watch some really bad wrestling last night. We went to a Halloween trick-or-treat thing over in Ocala, which is half an hour from here. And it was inside of a little building. And we kept hearing all these noises and the crowd cheering. And we go inside. They didn't even promote it. It's like, there's wrestling going on inside here. So I'm like, cool. And there's literally like, a handful of people around the ring watching. The wrestlers couldn't even leave. But then they finally did. And what was weird is we're standing in line with all these kids. And here's these wrestlers running around all sweaty, like chasing each other through the crowd, like trying to get somebody back in the ring. But it's like all these kids are trying to be there trick-or-treating, not watching wrestling. It's like, it was so weird.
You having any of them on the show next week?
I should. Yeah. I do have I got to get back with one. I do have the show that wanted to be on right before we stopped.
Right.
And I've been keeping up with him, and he was on a podcast recently, so I could get him on here, I'm sure. And I'd like to, because he's from Ohio, local. He's a Browns fan, so that's what he's got going for him.
Right.
Speaking of that, I forgot they played tonight. Shit.
Yeah. Well, better get to it.
Is that the only two Browns fans there is? You and him?
There's three.
Yeah.
There's me and my brother and him.
Yeah. So that's about it, man. Like,
yeah.
There's also those guys that have been dropped on their head too hard.
They ride the short bus all the time to school.
Yeah, they like the Browns too.
Yeah.
That's all right. Hey, at least the Browns can win games, unlike my team. So
well, they haven't won very many this year. They found out how to lose them pretty good.
Yeah. My brother's an Eagles fan, man. He sent me a message yesterday. He was like, Saturday, he's like, man, we're going to beat that butt. And I was like, nah, dude. I was like, Pittsburgh's got it in the bag. And then, like, I realized right off the gate that Pittsburgh didn't have it in the bag.
No.
And he sent me a message like, how about that game? I'm like, yeah, what kind of fucking losers are you to let Pittsburgh score 13 points? Your team sucks.
My soccer team,
yes,
lost 5-0 to my brother's team, and he was literally messaging me all day, like saying, "We're not Liverpool. We can actually score." Blah blah.
Yeah.
Dude, everyone has a bad day at the office.
So
I mean, we're not bottom of the table, but I've
got to start that football show next week. So if and I know you don't like Tubster, but I mean Chaz, if you want, it's just gonna be like this. Just hang out. We're going to talk about what happened the last weekend. Preview this coming week's games. Nothing.
What days?
I'm thinking do it on Tuesdays because that's when I do my baseball show. So it'll just take the place of the baseball show.
I'll try to jump in on some of them.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to. I'm in. Like I said, I'm in the band now, man. So I got to put some forth effort, man, of hitting that. Yeah. Actually, we're getting to take a month off after this show, so
yeah,
it'll be pretty good. And I am now getting my fat ass back in the gym.
I need to do the same. Yep. There's actually some gyms close to me, so I'm like, okay, there's no more excuses. I got to get going.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. Like
just say they're too expensive.
No, there's some around here that's like not like Planet Fitness, but like that. But it's like $20 a month or something like that.
That's not bad, man.
Yeah,
that's the thing, dude. It's not the money, dude. Like I feel like if I could get an expensive gym, like if I pay $100, $150 a month,
you're going to go.
It'd be more motivation to go.
Yeah.
But,
Jesus Christ,
damn, dude. But it's just maybe that dog's like, hell no, we ain't going to.
I'm just tired of every time I move, there's a new pain in my body I didn't know I had before.
Yeah, dude. I understand that, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
No, there's a gym there that's maybe 15 minutes away from me. That's only £25.
Yeah,
which I think is about $20. Yeah, so
that's not bad. That's really good.
Like I played my first show back, dude, and I felt it for a week, bro. Like it was rough. So I was like, I gotta incorporate some yoga. I gotta be able to get my back to bend again.
Yeah,
and I gotta put on some muscle, man. I gotta get rid of this fat.
Yeah, you wouldn't think playing the music and all that. I mean, like you've got.
Oh shit! Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe like in a deathcore band, dude. Like I'm windmilling and headbanging and all that shit, dude.
You need to get us a clip so we can play it next week on the show.
And lights that are on you. That's.
Oh yeah, dude. I asked one dude, man. I was like, anybody got a wheelchair to wheel my ass off this stage, dude? Like, but Papal still has it, man. So I wasn't upset about it.
Try to get me a clip so I can play it for next week's show. Like,
I don't really, the few clips the few clips I have, man, aren't that good.
Or come up with one, something. I don't know if you can.
Yeah, maybe we'll get.
Just get your basement to start, Yeah.
But I do gotta get ready for dinner, so we're definitely gonna be back same time next week. But I do want to play the video so I can hype up the trivia show one more time. Let's check it. Just check it out one more time here.
Are you ready for the most metal concert in the history of the world?
So yes, the trivia show will be sponsored by Blue Collar Media Group. They're based out of Texas and out of Boston. They have all your streaming shows. They got gamers. They've got shows on football, shows on baseball, shows on basketball now, shows on hockey. Anything you want to know about sports, they've got shows that'll cover it. And
they're also branching out into Europe as well.
I hope they do. Maybe we'll have the Tubster join the crew and have his own show. So they've got it all. And, seeing that video makes me even madder that we have to wait that much longer for the next season, because the way it ended, you're just so pumped. I was just like, oh, God, now you got to wait You know, it was so good.
2 hour and odd.
2.5 hour episode was so good though.
Longer than Endgame.
Yes, it was so good. I mean,
you know that Running Up the Hill, that song.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That broke the top 3 in the UK after Stranger Things came out.
Yeah, I mean that was huge, and nobody's even heard of that song until then. Like
it was. Did you know it was a complete flop in the 80s?
Oh yeah. I was reading about that. Like it had no. It did horrible, and nobody even knew about that song. And then they play it.
I mean, I streamed it. I can't say anything. I streamed.
Yeah.
It's catchy, dude. Don't get me wrong.
It is. It is.
There's a lot of memes going out on TikTok and stuff like that with it. So
yeah. All right, guys. I will see you next week. Before we take off, I'm going to play the Blue Collar Media Group video because I didn't play it at the beginning. So I will let you guys go, and I will see you guys next Monday. And if you want, next Tuesday, let me know, and we'll get the football show going.
Sounds good, man.
See you guys.
Nice to
bye, dude.
And then you can access your Stream Deck with your mind. Dim our key lights, bro.
Connect to your Stream Deck via catheter.
Oh! Yo! Clip that! Clip that headshot!
On the ladder.
You got both of those.
One more down.
I got it.
Finish
Finish him.
Yo! No fucking way! Let's go! Yo, that guy in the heli, he was all the way across the bed!
I think they've shut the door on these people.
Oh my god! That flick!
Tough battle.
Got him! Beautiful!
Another handful down.
That's it. Okay.
See?
Oh my! Did you just die? No, someone fucking walked into the room that I was in as I was about to walk out and scared the fuck.
But I yelled.